Hey, what's going on, doggers? What is going on, doggers? So I was thinking about this whole podcasting thing, and it's really like a bizarre concept to me. It's really weird to me because pretty much what I'm trying to do is go pro with my personality. Like I'm just talking to a camera, talking into a microphone to a camera, and I'm trying to go pro with that. That's a weird concept, and I think I might be an asshole just for that alone. Like, regardless of everything leading up to this event right now, I think that makes me an asshole. That single one desire makes me an asshole. That's how I choose to define myself, at least. No, but really, it's kind of weird to think about. I'm just spitting bullshit and just trying to go pro with my personality. So I figured I would wear a hat that says Jimmy John's on it, because that is where I am currently working at. I'm working at Jimmy John's for a little bit. What can I say? I'm delivering food to people. I listen to podcasts. I do my thing. So, 20 years' time, whenever the debate's up for who the best podcaster in the world is, and the thousands, maybe millions of people that say my name are like, yo, he had humble beginnings, bro. He worked at Jimmy John's. He worked at JJ's. He worked at the JJ's. You know that dude Jordan Fischer? He worked at the JJ's. He had the JJ's on his head. You're right, I worked at the JJ's. Humble beginnings, bro. Humble beginnings. So in 20 years' time, I'm just giving my fans that don't exist at all, none of them out there, my friends don't even care that I started a podcast. Nobody cares. I kind of do. That's a lie. I really love doing this. But my friends don't even care. Nobody cares. I'm just doing it for the fuck of it. But 20 years' time, whenever the debate's up, and they're like, yo, 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 this guy's the best podcaster to do it in the game. Straight up. Far none. They'll be like, humble beginnings, bro. You don't even know what he went through to get where he is. Admittedly, my life wasn't that challenging. I don't know. There are a lot of people out there that had a harder life than I did. So far, of course. So far. What has happened in the past. I will never play the sob story. So with that being said, as I transition topics and switch topics, I'm going to switch hats. And I will explain why right now. So, just switched hats as you can see. If you're watching the auditory file. Oh wait, no, you can't watch an auditory file. What am I saying? What am I saying? You can't watch MP3, watch MP4. What am I saying? I'm ridiculous. Alright, so if you're watching the MP4, if you're watching the video footage, you will see I have my blue Blues hat on. REPSTL. Reppin' STL. What's good? Really, what's good? And I have a white hoodie thing on. Which, by the way, I love these like hoodie things. I don't know what they are. They're like long t-shirts that are hoodies. It's like long sleeve shirt that's like a hoodie. Love the concept. Stays warm. It's like good for like a chilly night, you know? It's like a really cool. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love these things. But anyway, side topic. The reason I'm wearing what I'm wearing right now is I'm going out to eat with my aunt. My aunt doesn't know me super well. We don't see each other super frequently, like maybe a few times a year. They link up with me on Facebook. That's pretty much all they know about me. Facebook, family events. So they get my reserve side and they get me on Facebook. This is my Facebook profile picture. It's literally me with the beard, with a hat, and this shirt on. Literally, I'm wearing everything I'm wearing right now besides my pants. I'm wearing in my profile picture. So I want them to see me as the most predictable thing ever. I thought about that. I was like, oh, I can't wear that. I wore that hat with that shirt in my profile picture on Facebook, and that's all they see me. That's where they see me. That's what they know of me. And I was like, no, that's exactly what I need to wear. That's exactly what I need to wear so that my aunt has, so I can make her think she has some idea of who I am. I love it. It's psychological warfare at dinner tonight, baby. I love it. Humble beginnings, psychological warfare at dinner. It's going down. It's going down on the pod. It really is. Usually I just depend on my mind to transition topics. I'm only about 5 minutes into this one. Can't think of any other topics. Well, here's something random. Had to cut somebody negative out of my life recently. Known the guy for about 9 years now. Yeah, it's been roughly, probably like 8.5 years now. Known him for a while, but he's been a pretty steady person in my life. Good guy, I like him, I love him. He's a negative fuck though, he always has been. And I just came to a conclusion, a consensus. I was like, you know what, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of dealing with the negativity constantly. And I gave him the benefit of the doubt for a few years' time. It's a really hard thing whenever you're dealing with the cognitive dissonance of, okay, on one side over here you got this buddy who you're loyal to. On the other side over here you got him being an asshole and being a negative impact in your life. It's a net negative that he was in my life. He really was negatively impacting me. Just by the shit he would say, how negative he was all the time. It's and the conclusion I came to, consensus I drew, was, hey, my other friends don't make me feel shitty. I haven't known them as long. I still feel loyal to them regardless. But this guy, regardless of loyalty, he just makes me feel like shit. He's not a great friend at all. I still love him. I still love the guy. Don't get me wrong. I love him. I got much love. I got love for you too. But with that being said, I love the guy. What I just came to a consensus of is I need to dramatically reduce the amount of time I spend with this individual. That's just real. That's looking out for myself. That's looking out for me. That's keeping it real. I really think that was the optimal decision in that case. Loyalty can be blinding is what I'm saying. Think about it. I think it's worth questioning who's in your life. Who's been in your life? Who are you allowing into your life? Are they positively impacting you? Are they negatively impacting you? Yeah, loyalty is important. I really value loyalty. I kept the dude around for about 4 years, man. 4 years longer than I should have, to be completely real with you. And loyalty is important. Loyalty is an awesome element. But some people kind of fall into your life on coincidence, too. It's if you really dig for the root cause of how they became such a significant person in your life, sometimes you might find they're not that. It's not like they kind of came in by chance, and then you just fell into the habitual patterns of hanging out with them and hitting them up, and you getting hit up by them. Sometimes it's just habits. You just over time you just develop habits. Okay, I'll hit up this person. You get free time, you think, okay, I want to hang out with friends. Therefore, these are my options. And then he slowly creeps into your realm of options that you get to choose from. And you just realize over time, sometimes it's just habitual. That's all it is. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to hate the person. It's not like you have to be like, fuck you, man, I'm done with you. But you just kind of got to limit your time with them. Because you got to look out for yourself. I'm not somebody who looks at friendships and I'm like, what can I gain from you? What can I get from this person? What can I get from this person? What can I get from this person? I don't think that way. That's a dumb way to think. It's antiquated and it's ugly. It's ugly. It's an ugly way to look at the world. It's an ugly way to view friendship. It really is. It's really, really ugly. And, but sometimes you just gotta pull the trigger, man. You gotta pull the trigger, dogger. You gotta just get real with yourself and real with that individual. And sometimes that might take a little bit of confrontation if you want to tell the person. If you think you owe them that, hey, but I don't even find this situation, personally, worth saving. I don't think it's a situation worth saving. It's just a reality check of He is who he is. I am who I am. There's no better or worse. There's no better or worse. We're just different people. And he's been a negative influence on my life. I don't hate him for it. That's really the most mature conclusion I've been able to draw upon dealing with this particular situation. No hate. Appreciate the time we spent together. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You gots to go. You gots to go, bro. You gots to go. And that's just real. And I'll be honest. This was a difficult decision for me. It's a difficult decision for anybody. I'm talking out of my experience so that somebody else might be going through something or went through something in the past or is going to go through something similar to this. I'm just providing the little bit of guidance that I've been able to, I guess, throw together. And I'm just kind of laying it on you. I'm laying it on you. Do what you want with it. This isn't a one-size-fits-all. It's just a thought, buddy. Whoa, we are 11 minutes in, bro. So I got this mug right here. I'm going to hold it up. Look at that. It's like a Buddhist mug. I don't know how this ended up in my household, but it's beautiful that it did. I just love how these things come together like this. It's got like a dot between the eyebrows. I don't know if it's like the third eye chakra, the pineal gland. I don't know if it's like or if it's one of those like Indian dots that represent that the woman is in a monogamous relationship. It's one of the two, I think. Who knows? It might be a fucking laser beam that just shoots out of right between her eyebrows. Or maybe it's not even a her at all. Maybe it's transgendered. Who knows? Who knows? All I know is I like the dot. I like how ambiguous the dot is. I like it. It's one of three things that I've been able to draw upon. It's either the third eye, the pineal gland, same thing. Third eye, Indian dot thing, or a laser beam. And I love how the cup, this mug, just leaves you open to think about it. Like every time I take a sip, I'm like, what is she? What is she? Is this a laser beam, chakra-rooted, married, monogamous lady? Or am I just completely wrong? This cup is full of secrets. Or maybe it's full of the solution. Maybe it has all the answers in it. Who knows? Guess it depends. Depends what you're filling your cup with. That's what I'll say. Depends what you're filling your cup with. Are you a half full guy? Are you a half empty? What are you? Have you thought about that question, man? Think about it. What are you? Is the glass half empty or is the glass half full? I want you to take a second to reflect on that question. Please, don't do it for me. No, do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. Think about it. Think about where this handcrafted mug, what it is. And when you think about what this handcrafted mug from Indonesia, I'm just making up shit at this point. This handcrafted mug from Indonesian rooted canals of the Tibetan forest is from. Once you really ponder that question, it will lead you on a spiritual journey, and it will lead you to the root question of all questions. Who am I? What is the universe? Why are we here now? And it all started with this handcrafted mug from the Indonesian root canals of Tibet. It all started there. What a glorious, glorious day it has been with this mug. And that's about all I have to say about this mug. I think it's time to call it quits on this, because something about this mug has gotten me going, if you know what I mean. It's got me going. and I gots to go. I gots to go right now. I'll see you later, doggers. Thank you, doggers, if you watched all of this dogger podcast, you little dogger. I'll hit you back on the first, my brother. Wow, the computer went out too. It went blank. I'm probably going to do a podcast literally right after this. So, I'll see you later. Bye.